So is the FBI covering up the Epstein files? New revelations. This is totally weird. James O'Keefe, you know, the guy who does these videos where he catches people in, you know, whatever. He caught Pam Bondi talking about how she's got thousands of videos of Jeffrey Epstein having sex with young girls or people at Jeffrey Epstein's place. Is Donald Trump in those videos? Pam Bondi was secretly recorded by James O'Keefe's group. They got this person to meet with Pam Bondi, who was apparently an au pair or a babysitter or something like that, and engaged, you know, somebody that Bondi never thought would be a journalist or a reporter or somebody who would talk to the press or anything. And this woman was secretly recording Pam Bondi, our Attorney General. And Bondi was telling her that there are, quote, I mean, this is the verbatim quote, there are tens of thousands of videos of Epstein with children or child porn.
Do you know when the Epstein files are going to get released?
We hope soon. The FBI's been...
Okay.
So,
any dates?
No, you know what it is? There are tens of thousands of videos.
Yeah.
And it's all with little kids. So they have to go through every one.
Now, the MAGA people are all flipped out about Epstein because they're convinced that Epstein was in tight with Bill Gates and Bill Clinton. And both of them actually traveled on Epstein's plane and, you know, maybe got a massage, as it were, right? In quotes. But Donald Trump lived down the street from Epstein in both New York and in Palm Springs. Or is it Palm Beach or Palm, whatever it is, wherever Mar-a-Lago, Palm Beach, but wherever Mar-a-Lago is. And so they're all, you know, the MAGA people, particularly the QAnon people, they're like, we want to see all the Jeffrey Epstein stuff. And I guarantee you, well, I can't guarantee you, but in my opinion, Pam Bondi is withholding this stuff or going through and cleaning it all up because if these are actually films or videos of Epstein's male friends having sex with his underage girls, I'm guessing Donald Trump is all over those things because he was regularly, I mean regularly, with Epstein. He went to parties with him. He hung out at his house, both in Florida and in New York. They were best buds. So keep an eye on this. This could get interesting because, you know, frankly, even though it's James O'Keefe, I doubt Fox News is going to pick this up, but we'll see. Who knows? And Judge Jeanine Pirro, Ms. Boxwine, has been nominated to replace Ed Martin, the Nazi-loving guy that Trump wanted to be the head prosecutor for D.C. The head prosecutor's job for D.C. is really consequential because that's the person who oversees and initiates the prosecution of crimes committed by the administration. The administration is in Washington, D.C., and so any crime that is committed in the White House or frankly in Congress has to be prosecuted, if it's being prosecuted at the state or federal level, well, in this case at the federal level, has to be prosecuted by the D.C. attorney, U.S. attorney. And so Trump wants Judge Boxwine, you know, Jeanine Pirro, to be that prosecutor. 20 years she's been on Fox News. She was a prosecutor before, so at least she has, you know, more credentials than Ed Martin did. Meanwhile, Sonia Sotomayor, the progressive member of the U.S. Supreme Court, one of the three, last night gave a speech, and she said, and I quote, "Our job is to stand up for people who can't do it themselves, and our job is to be the champion of lost causes. But right now, we can't lose the battles we are facing. We need trained and passionate and committed lawyers to fight this fight." She's obviously referring to Trump's assault on major law firms. Now, she's not the only one. John Roberts gave a speech in Buffalo, New York this week, where he said that judicial independence is necessary to, quote, check the excesses of Congress or the executive. Oh, really? The executive is engaged in excesses, Mr. Roberts? And then, of course, Ketanji Brown Jackson, earlier in the week condemned attacks on judges in her own speech. She didn't mention Trump by name, but she talked about the attack on democracy. I'm wondering if these guys on the Supreme, the fact that John Roberts is speaking the way he is, I'm wondering if we're going to start seeing a series of 5-4 or even 6-3 decisions where the liberals on the court are being joined by Amy Coney Barrett and John Roberts, and perhaps one of the others, unlikely, but perhaps one of the other four, and in defending our democracy. And then, the other four are just out there, gung-ho for fascism.